Once again, thank you guys for all the condolences that you have sent forward to me and my wife. I showed it to her and she's very thankful for that. Of course, losing a mother at this age right now isn't a nice feeling. And of course, my mother-in-law, you know, my mother-in-law herself, right, she suffered from leukemia. And of course, she struggled for 2 years. And unfortunately, the battle against leukemia lost and she passed on. All right, but nonetheless, all right, this is just a personal thingy, but I still thank you guys. I received easily more than 100 over messages from students, from friends, associates. I really thank you guys once again. All right, let's put this aside. Let us now concentrate on the market right now. There are about 44 of you right now on screen right now. Do me a little favor, like and share this because I'm going live. I'm going to tell you a lot of things about today's market. And of course, we'll cover a little bit on this Tesla and this Disney, right? You'll be surprised that the couple that have been buying these two shares itself, right, are making a lot of money, and they're a very famous couple. All right, this couple is so famous that the moment I show you their names, you're like, oh yes, I should have done this. Yeah, I'll talk about that. So anybody can give a little try right now. You think who this couple name? Who is this couple? All right, it's a very famous couple. All right. Okay, once again, good morning to all of you. Let's start our MAO right now. Thank you, Lion. All right. California. Okay, today is the 31st of March 2022, Thursday. All right, one day to go before the weekend. Now, of course, this weekend I'm gonna be very busy. Yeah, because I have my upcoming 15 intakes. This TWB Premier class. All right. So looking forward again. Always, whenever I have a new batch of students, I always look forward to share stuff with them. And of course, this will embark their journey towards this market. Now, this morning you can see very clearly we have few very powerful pictures like this particular picture. Now, this is how a drone look like. Okay, this is a drone. Okay, this is how the US now is using the drone to pass it to the Ukrainian for the current battle with Russia. All right. Okay, thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Lionel. All right, and of course, Putin. Now, Putin now recently has a new nickname. All right. Okay, a new nickname. Okay, they call him this War Dracula. You know why? Apparently, it's all right. There are some rumors saying that he's hiding himself in an enclosed area to, like this is supposed to prevent nuclear attack for some reason. Yeah, again, it's all speculation. So there are two sayings. One is because he's scared to be assassinated. Okay. Two is because he probably want to fire. Okay, something big and he want to be protected. So again, there's always two sides of the coin. Now, one thing is that I want to let you know that you may not know, right? You saw the movie that we saw all the nuclear firing each other, right? Now, do you know that actually for nuclear, there's one little rule that I think many people didn't know about this, is that there are about 8 countries to 9 countries that actually have nuclear weapons, okay? And because when the nuclear weapon fire over to another country, right, okay, it takes about 9 to 10 minutes only, okay? So in short itself, there's no way to go and predict whether the nuclear fired from someone else is friendly or hostile in a way. So what happened is that there's a rule, okay, an uncalled rule inside there, whereby if you have the nuclear weapon, okay, what you do already is that you point to the country that you want to fire, and it's already embedded in the system. So what happened is this: the moment one country fire, right, all the countries will have their nuclear automatically activated at the same time, and because when you fire, you most likely going to get hit, right? So what will happen is all will fly up together at the same time. Now, this is where it gets very scary, okay? All right, this is very, very scary. Think about this itself. So this is why the thing is this: no one is allowing anybody to fire that. But between US and Russia itself, right, they hold more than about 12 to 13,000 nukes, yeah. So imagine this nuke missiles, yeah. So you can imagine that, right? Seriously, if there's any one time itself, things really happen, right? I mean, the pool gonna get hit. It's us actually. So that is very, very scary, and I just hope that, right, this is not going to be the end time, yeah. Crazy time. Okay, so little thing that you know, but I watched it through one YouTuber, a famous YouTuber, who's currently not in Singapore, in fact. And I mean, I know that he always dig up his source pretty accurately, so I can believe in what he's saying. Okay, but it's very scary when I heard this. Okay, right? I thought just only one or two, but never know that it's actually fire up together at the same time. Scary, yeah. All right. Of course, Joe Biden now is telling people that no way. Now there is ongoing saying that this Russia wants to have peace with Ukraine, but apparently it's not right. Biden said no, don't trust this whole thing at all. He believed that, right, this is nothing but it's just a sham. Right. So Biden is very clear that he do not believe whatever is happening now. And of course, he also warns that, right, there's a biblical potential that there could be a real food crisis, yeah. And this is what's going on now. Okay, so guys, clearly now, a recession next year is very, very possible. But how come the stock market continue to rally? Now, this is not difficult to understand, my friends. Okay, now recession is just the economy failing, but it's not here, it's coming. So which means that, right, it take another few more months for the impact to hit. So think about this from a very objective point of view. Now, if let's say now, you know that in another few more months, there will be a recession. The first thing is, would you actually consider to stop partying now and prepare for the worst the next few months? Or would you party to the maximum, drawing funds towards you yourself, enjoy all the way you want until at the peak, whereby when everybody thought that, okay, don't worry, even recession is coming in, I don't need to worry, then what happened? Then you slowly liquefy your position onto the NSN. Do you understand what I just said? All right, if you understand, please key understood here as well. I would like to hear from you guys. Do you know what I've just tried to imply? All right, let me hear you guys now. I repeat myself once again. I say that, right, if you know that something will happen to the whole economy in a few months' time, let's say 5-6 months' time, would you not party? Or would you keep and stay at home? Think about this for a while, all right? Let it go down a little bit, yeah? Then it will be automatically answering you as well. What do you think, guys? Because I've been asked this many times over the last few days. And people have been asking me the same thing, and I said that this is not difficult to understand. You see, later on when I show you the charts itself, right, you will really know why am I saying all this, okay? All right, so only Anthony understood what I just said. How about the rest? Do you understand what I meant about why the market would prefer to party all the way until the peak happens, and then when everybody gets sucked in at the high, then what happened? That is where things really develop. All right, so all these can be shown to you via charts in a short moment time. Yeah, just stick with me, the MAO, you will understand this. I think that a lot of people now is very confused and say that how come the market itself is not coming down? It will come down. It will come down, but it's not now. Very soon. Yes, the word is very soon. Okay, just give some time. Whatever should happen will happen. Yeah. Okay. Good. And now I see more people coming in. Right. Danny say party. Yay. Yo says understand. Steven understand. Alison understood. Desmond party first. Yeah. Louis say keep partying. Okay. Lion said yes understood. Okay. All right. Good. Susan too. All right. Good. 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 So disclaimer apply as usual, my friends. My job is to give you the best of this, okay? I'm just going to inform you what to look out for and what stocks to look out for, the technical and everything, right? You have to do your risk management. Now, again, I'll start with the joke of the day. The rates are near, according to this dummy, all right, versus the end is near. Now, the point is this, a lot of people are looking at this rate hikes. Now, initially, last time we have a rate hike, the whole market get panicked. Because I always tell you this, the first time when something happens itself, people will have reaction. But if it happens again and again, people have lose interest in it. And in fact, they think that, oh, this is not that important. And this is what is happening right now. The rates are going to increase 50 basis point. That means that there'll be 150 basis point in May, another 50 basis point in June. But the market bothered? No, the market's not bothered at all. The market is saying it's okay. Now, this is what people think, because why? The stock market is not reacting. But the problem is this, the next rate hike is in May, my friends. So which means that now, if I were to take money and borrow money from the banks, I have about 1 month time to buy stocks as low as much as possible, push it up as high as possible to make the party look so real. And when the high comes in, when people say, you know what, hey, it's okay, no need to worry, market is up, let's buy more stocks. And that is where the innocent will jump in, and that is where the boys will harvest. This is the reason why the market went up recently itself, despite the 25 basis point. And I've been telling you guys that this will happen. The thing is this, I'm first also to tell you now that in my opinion itself, right, from March and April, there will be pretty big movement coming in. All right, I repeat myself a couple of times already. I will repeat myself one more time. I'm going to write it down for you just to make sure that we are in the same consensus. All right, I already mentioned to you that I draw this again. Okay, so I told you, right, by January 22, we will have a peak. Then from February, it will go down. That's February. It will go down. Okay. Then after that, there will be a rebound in March the 16th, right? On 16 to the 18th of March. Remember? Yeah. Then after that, the market will dive, especially in April and May. Now, I'm not going to change my words here itself. I'm going to be precisely everything here. Right, to me, it's all right. This is likely will be happening. All right. And of course, people have been saying, Cal, but you say 16 to 18, but the market has been going up. Let's take a look at the chart again. Let's take a look. Now, for me, it's very simple. Wrong means wrong, right means right. So there's nothing to be debating on it itself, because at the end of the day, it's pointless, it's amateur to debate. Okay. And more important thing is this. Okay. When you're wrong, you just admit. Right? No one is going to be blaming you for not being spot on. Okay. End of the day is that, right, my job is to trade and play according to what I see. So what happened is that in my drawing, I will tell you by 16 or 18 of March, okay, I do expect the market to take a bit of profit. Okay, so let's look at the market now. Let's do a quick one. Save one, yeah. Let me just. Okay, so let's take a look right now, and we see this. Okay, so let's do a comparison note. Okay, so when the market was in January, that was here. Did the market hit a peak? Yes. In January, the market hit a peak. So it coincides with this. Beautiful. Okay, all right. Then I say that February, there will be a sell-off. February, the market really sell off. Can you see that? February, yeah? Okay. Okay, all right. Then what happened? Then I tell you that, right, there will be a base, right, by end of February. There will be a base, and then by end of February, all right, that's the crossover from February to March. There will be a crossover, and indeed it really happened. Okay, and then after that, I told you from the start of March to 16 or 18 of March, there will be a rally, and indeed the rally really came. Can you see that now? All right. So in your opinion, after you look at this right now, do you think that, right, am I accurate? Okay, do you think that am I accurate? If you think that I'm accurate, key the word spot on right now. I want to see whether are you seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, if you think that I'm accurate, can you put the word spot on for me? All right, because this is going to be very important. And I don't like to keep on repeating myself. And at the end of the day, it's much easier for me to just show you this area that you see for yourself. Okay. All right, only if you think so, yeah. If you think that I'm not spot on, it's fine. Okay, I'm not going to debate over this. Okay, all right. So thank you guys. Thank you very much, Luis. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Anthony, Stephen, Janet, Desmond. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for giving me the validation over here. Okay. So now I want you to take note of this thing here. Okay. This is very, very important. Now, 16 to 18 of March. Now, where is it? Let's just bring it in. Now, this is 18 of March. I mean, this is the 21st of March. Okay, this area here was where, but the market continued to trade higher, right? You can see the market continue to trade higher after that. Okay, now what number is this? 4600 area. Now remember, I told you back then, right? I said that there's a number that you must watch out for, and the number that I reminded you was 4600. Do you remember that? Do you remember that I said that there's a number for S&P 500 to watch out for, and it's 4600. So if you remember 4600 S&P, all right, S&P, yeah, remember that. If you remember that I said this, yeah, if you remember I said S&P 4600, right? Can you key REM 46 S&P 4600? Now, if you remember that, all right. I wish to go and find out the slide for you, but I'm running out of time right now, so I didn't have time to do that. Do you remember that I said the S&P 500 will rebound to about 4600, this figure? All right, it's only Dennis who remember. And you also remember, yeah? Not only if you remember, then you're right. Okay, I don't want you guys to because of supporting me and you're right, because I want to validate whether I said this. Because sometimes it's I got so many things in my mind, right? I may not have remember, or I may have things that I share with you, but I didn't. Yeah. All right. Let me know. Okay. Let me know. Okay. So you guys remember, yeah, 4600. Okay. Now, back then itself, right, when the market hits 16 to 18 of March, when it was around here, I was kind of surprised to see that, hey, how come it's only hit 4,400 to 4,500? I was kind of like not very certain of this, not very certain. And I say that, hey, the number should be 4600. How come it's only 4400? So I thought that I'm wrong. So what happened is this, I did actually follow my script, and I started to short the S&P 500. But after 2 rounds of shorting, the market continued to go higher, right? I think something is wrong. So I stopped for a while. I actually stopped for a while. And I've been monitoring the market. And of course, you can see that the market continued to go up, right? Okay, now this is where I want you to get to watch this closely. I'm going to take this away now, all this away to make sure that you take a look, yeah? Okay, now I want you to take a look, everybody. Take a look, yeah? This is very important. Now, if you notice this, okay, the RSI now reading is somewhere around here. And this is where the market last time was here, okay, around this area. This is a common point area. So this common point itself shows that this one go higher and this one goes lower. So actually now we can see that there's inverse. This is actually an inverted V, and this is really not equal to strength, because if the market is supposed to go higher, the market should be doing this now. Okay. So this is actually a very dangerous position where we are in right now. I would put it dangerous, okay? Put it danger. Okay. Now, if you look at it, okay, at the same time, when this market was surging upwards recent back then itself, right? Do you notice that the volume itself is actually declining? Do you notice that? Okay, so watch this now. Okay, do you see that? Now, do you see this? The volume here uptick and the volume here uptick. Now, why? If you remember, this is where the quadruple witching is. All right, and this was the last quadruple witching. So you can see that, right, after the quadruple witching, right, the market was on the way down towards the quadruple witching. Can you see now? And then after that, a huge volume came in. All right, that probably has sucked dry all the short sellers and gave the script a lot to the buyers. which the boys pump it very strongly upwards. But when they were pumping upward itself, right, you can see the volume was actually declining, as we can see right now on your screen. So this actually speaks a lot. That means that something is not right. And if you believe in patterns, then that means that we might be into what I strongly believe that there could be a selling wave very, very soon. All right. If you agree with this statement, key the word agree. Now, if you disagree, just key the word disagree. I want to see all this. This is going to be very, very important for today. Yeah, very important. Diana and Diane, please remove yourself. Do not advertise here as well. I'm going to report you. Yeah. Nah, deleted her away. Okay, so Leo, Susan, Darren, Louis, Anthony, Peter, all you agree. Okay, all right. Does that mean that May is the off the cliff time frame now? Well, if you remember, Corinne, I did say this back then. I said that most likely you always hear in the Wall Street, whenever this happened, sell in May and go away. So think about this as well, right? Why would the Wall Street have this sell in May and go away? It's likely at the time itself, right? May time, the market is either at the peak or at the bottom. Now, if it's at the peak, then of course sell in May and go away makes a lot of sense. But if the market is at the bottom and sell in May and go away, that means the market itself is a lot of panic. Now, we all know that in trading, right, when there's panic, that's where the opportunity arises. So that's the reason why back then itself, when the market, okay, when the market was doing this, when the market was at the bottom, right, where a lot of people was calling for sell, recession and stuff, we call for buy. And after we call for buy itself, right, the market really went up, as you can see. Agreeable? Yeah? Okay. Now, the thing is this now, what is happening right now? The market now, people say, okay, the thing is all over. Now, why they draw is that they draw this very interesting breakout. They say that the market has broke the resistance. Yeah, they broke the resistance. So that's why the market will be going higher to all-time high. Now, I repeat myself, I don't disagree with this, okay? But I think that, right, I think that we must be very careful because of what I just said about the volume. And as a trader, if you look carefully over here, this area now that I'm drawing, you will notice that the market will definitely go high, break some resistance along the way, okay? And then after that, there will be a big one. Okay, so now I want to tell you guys this, guys. Focus on this A here itself, this A. All right, focus this A. If ever there will be a big movement like this, whereby the market sell off like A, as you can see on your screen right now, then that will be the starting point. So which means that now I'm not saying the market will sell off immediately, but I can tell you as a pattern recognition trader, the moment if A actually happens, then I can tell you the selling will come in. All right, the selling will come in. And I cannot deny this, all right? I cannot deny this, that when I look at the thing itself, right? Okay, look at it, the date. The uptick here itself on 3rd of Jan, then after that, this happened on the 4th of Jan, and the sell-off came on the 5th of Jan. So it's the starting of the month, as you can see right now, yeah, starting of the month. So to me, this actually tells me as a trader to be very careful for today and Monday. Either today to Monday, yeah, I'm repeating, either today to Monday, because I think that that is where it might happen, okay? Now, the thing is this, as you can see, that after that happened, okay, if this is what we are seeing right now, now do you notice that currently now, the MA lines, is pretty far away, which exactly is a similar pattern. Now, if the market really comes down, this so-called moving average will be the first base. So the first base now will be at 4,400, as you can see, 4,400. So the thing is that the last time when this happened, the market also been dangling around there. So I suspect that that will also happen in April. Okay, and only after that, if the market really convincingly breaks below the moving average, then we have a sell. Now this is where it gets scary. Now you notice that this two area here, okay, let's say X and Y, you will notice that Y is lower than X. So with this concept here now, let's say the market really has a ceiling at the top here, okay? Now this is A, now this is B, and this is C. Now we can see that when B is lower than A, B sell off much lower to X. So if C is lower than B, so let's say if the market really stay in this level, if there's a ceiling here, then the next sell off, once the market breaks the moving average here, once the market breaks the moving average, there's a very good chance that this is going to go down much lower to potentially 3,900 area, or even worse, even 3,780 area. Now, again, I repeat, I'm not saying that this will happen, but I'm just informing you that there is a possibility. So let's see whether C can be this is the ceiling, or could it go higher? Now, if the market really go past B, that means that the market breaks B, then this will change. And yes, the market may even go all the way to 5,000 before anything happen again. So this is the two sides view that I'm giving it right now, but undeniable, I'm sticking to the first view. All right, I'm sticking to the first view. Right, it's 3900. So I'm gonna put it there right now for everybody. Let's make sure that SPX now, okay, view. Okay, I just text that out. Can you take a look right now? SPX view, it goes above B in this drawing, goes above B. All right, we can see 5,000. Now, if it actually goes below 4,400, then that means that we may see 3,900 instead. So if you like what I just shared with this particular sharing itself, please put a like that particular message, or you can put the word hope, understand, all right, for me once again, okay? All right, this is the view that I'm seeing right now based on what I'm looking at, the trend, the direction, the volume, and everything here, okay? All right, thank you very much. Put a like onto that itself, or you can give me a emoticon, put a like, put a care. If you laugh over it, it's fine. If you're not happy, they put an angry face. It's absolutely fine, yeah, okay. Okay, all right. Okay, got it? Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Let's continue our MAO, yeah? Thank you. Continue. Okay, sorry. Okay, I do have the chart I already draw already, yeah? Okay, guys. Now this coming Saturday, Sunday, okay, wait, something wrong. Here we go. Okay. Wait, okay. This coming Saturday, Sunday on the 2nd and 3rd of April, I will be conducting my 15th intake for my TWB Premier class, okay? Now, this class itself, right, okay, we will, the fee is $2,888. I will give you my time, 2 days, to train you from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., lunch provided. And also, I will be doing this trade live session with you, whereby we go live in trading. And of course, you get access to a daily MAO like what you're reading right now. And of course, you get to use the TWB system for 24 credits. And you get to go into the special Telegram groups that we'll be introducing in April, whereby you'll see very impromptu calls from the system automatically. And of course, you get to enjoy our Super Tuesday revision and get to go online to watch our TWB online e-portal learning. All right, so basically for 2 AAA itself is very value for money. And the class is coming Saturday, Sunday. All right, this coming Saturday, this coming Sunday, yeah? And contact Richard at 9274-9213. All right, this is the number to contact Richard. So now I want to show you guys how it worked. Okay, now today, this morning, when crude oil was just basically toying around the opening price, okay, just toying around, yeah? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, okay, around the opening price. And then what happened? Suddenly, the crude oil price came down and a star is there. A star is there. When you see a star, that means that most likely the market has hit a peak for today and there will be selling. Okay, there will be some selling. So this is whereby all TWB students will know this as long as they're in the premier level. All right, and what happened is in the new coming special Telegram, you get to see this, right? It will automatically tell you that a new star is born on the US crude oil and it inform you itself what to look out for, okay? And what happened is that really it happened, okay? Can you see? And of course, when Susan, example, received this as example, you can see she'll update and tell you that, okay, crude oil is coming off fast. The classic trade today, CCYR, BNB at day high, and you can see all these things. So she informs, okay? So this is going to be purely automatic, not Susan's side, but this particular warning signal, or we call it as trade calls, okay? This is only available for TWB Premier student, okay? All right, pretty cool, right? All right, let's take a look at the one that we have traded today. Take a look. Now, this morning is right, Hang Seng. Hang Seng has an Omega signal, of course, not the Omega watch, yeah? This Omega signal itself doesn't come every time, but when it comes itself, we know that we should really utilize it. So when the Omega signal appeared in the morning, how early is that? You can see at 9:19 a.m. That means after Hang Seng opened, all right, 9:19 a.m. the Hang Seng Omega signal came in, the Omega bought, and it says that, okay, flat top at 22,285.9, and straight away itself, right, we began to call for it, and we start to say that, okay, today Hong Kong is Omega, it's time to short the market. And you can see that we really talk about it in our group chat. And the people make money, of course they make money. So people like Louis and myself, we all make money shorting the Hang Seng. So you can see that, right, this is the real development of our system. And it's not we wait for a trainer to see the market and then tell you what to do and you do what you should do. We allow the system to pick it up automatically from the market, and then we pump the information to you as long as you're a subscriber to the TWB system. So isn't that powerful itself? Imagine that a system can tell you thing at 9:19 a.m. and of course students begin to activate it, and after that about probably a half an hour later they make money from the market. You think it's powerful? Yes, indeed. Key the word powerful now. You think that this is powerful information, powerful setup, powerful tools, please key the word powerful for me. All right, that's something that I want to talk for. Yeah, powerful. Yeah, indeed. Undeniable. All right, so this is why we're going to introduce this very, very soon. All right, the tests have been ongoing for the last 3 months, and I can tell you this, the result has been pretty decent. Yeah, pretty decent. So that's the reason why, to me itself, right, very soon, this coming April, there will be a very, very impactful event. All right, coming up. Okay, so I'm going to give you the date right now, everybody. Okay, reserve 24th April 2022, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for TWB. Okay, now that means that from 24th April to 2022, all right, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., reserve these 4 hours for us. There will be a very powerful, impactful session coming up for TWB Academy, all right? So, of course, we would like to see you in person, all right? We would like to see you in person, but we suspect that maybe there might be a lot of people coming in for this. So we will, okay, on a regular basis, do selection like this right now. Guys, if you think that on 24th of April, Sunday. It's a Sunday, yeah? You are free and you want to be part physically to go down to a location to be part of a very impactful event. And you're willing to bring a friend with you that is interested in trading or at least in dabble before in the market itself. All right. Only if you can meet the criteria. I repeat, you don't need to be a you don't need to be a TWB student. Don't need. You can be just a public audience right now listening to me. But you are free on the 24th of April, Sunday, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Lunch tea break provided, and you are able to bring a friend. Okay, you bring a friend with you on that day itself, and we will give you a very, very nice door gift. If you can do all the above, okay, key the word I want to join. Okay, I want to join. That means that you have heard me. All right. Okay, I want you to key that one word I want to join. If you put it right now, I will give you automatic access without lucky draw. Because we scared that later on that too many people want to join. So we will have to lucky draw people. Okay, that means you need to really we need to draw the lots. But if you actually key the word I want to join right now, you will get the free passes with your friend. Okay, but you must be your friend, remember that? And that is whereby you do it right now. Okay, so this is really last minute. I didn't have any expectation to do this, but I feel that today I have the right crowd. Now, normally it's our crowd. We have at this stage itself, we have about more than 100 plus people, but today is 75. So I believe that because they may think that the last few days the market went up itself, that I'm wrong, and then they decided to desert me or whatever, or maybe because I started very late, stuff like that. I don't care. To me, is that whatever it is, if you actually key the word I want to join, okay, I will ensure you get the ticket. Okay. Now this event itself, we're looking to have about 100 to 150 people to join. And we are actually getting very top-notch, local, influential people to join this particular event. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. All right, so watch out for this. All right, so if you put the word I want to join, you will get the access, but you must bring a friend. Remember that this is the condition. So all of you guys who either want to join, you must do it and bring it. Okay, so we will keep track of your one I want to join comment. And then after that, we think now. So we will contact you shortly over the weekend. Okay. All right. Now this event itself, okay, is going to be one very impactful one. There's a lot of stuff on that day for the 4-hour session. Okay. All right. Now, of course, you can join through Zoom. Okay. If the thing is this is a physical session. If you come down for the event, then of course the door gift, all right, will be given to you on that day. Okay. And of course, if you join through Zoom, then it's absolutely free. I mean, meaning that it's all free. But I'm trying to say that, right? That means that you won't get the dog gift, yeah. So sorry for that, yeah. So only people who come down for the session itself, you will get it. Okay, it's free. I repeat, it's free. Karin, it's free. Yeah, you don't need to pay a single cent. Yes, that's why I say it's a session that not to be missed. So you come down with a friend. All right, you get door gifts for both of you. Enjoy 4 hours of powerful stuff, and then after that, right, you get a very nice, sumptuous tea break. Yes, for 4 hours. Okay, absolutely free. Okay, but of course, if you go join through the Zoom session, then you won't get the door gift. Okay, all right, clear? Okay, all right. So if you want to join, just give I want to join. Okay, that's all. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so now Now what we have is that let's look at the recent data. Okay, the recent data, yeah. Now the recent data shows that the consumer confidence itself is slightly higher, so that also gave a good mark. All right, the JOLTS of job openings is high, is more, so the economy is seemingly okay, doing pretty all right. Not available, no worries, no worries. Enjoy the Zoom if you can, yeah. Okay, the ADP number was higher than expected, so again, this is good. Now the GDP number was slightly lower than expected, so it's not so good, but still okay, decent. Now the crude oil inventories is quite interesting. The number itself went down. So which means that, right, crude oil share went up, right? Yeah, indeed, it went up. But after that, this morning, we saw the crude oil price coming down again. Why? Because Joe Biden is giving a very strong hint that the reserve will be poured into the market. Yeah. So now tonight, we have the initial jobless claims again. The number that we are looking at is 197. Okay, the last number was 187. Now you can see that, right? The initial jobless claim numbers are actually dwelling down. So this actually shows that more and more people are probably having a job or they are returned to the job sector. So if this number is good, then this is the stock market go higher. But look at it now, it seems like the market is looking at a higher number this time around. So maybe that might be a pullback here. Then tomorrow we have the non-farm payroll. Wow, the non-farm payroll, we are looking at an interesting dip. Can you see that? The previous number was 678, but this time around the expectation is only 490. So that is the expectation of being a dip right here. So this is the one that's going to key a bit of concern right now. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is what we have. Okay, we'll move on. Now let's look at the US market right now. The US market last night itself, right? Overall, there's some profit taking. It was just going sideways for most part of the day, for almost basically for hours, yeah, until about 2 to 3 a.m. Singapore time. Then the thing pulls down a little bit, down by about 100 points. But for the last half an hour again, they push it up. So this is very typical momentum movement, yeah. Okay, right, very typical. But usually when I see selling first, then pump up, right? That means the market is still got some upside strength. If the market is the other way upside, then come down, right? Then we have a bit of problem already. So it depends on what we're seeing right now. Okay. All right, the Dow Jones dropped to snap 4-day winning streak. All right, and the NASDAQ fell more than 1%. Okay, so basically, as investors monitor the development in Ukraine and the bond market, we all know that the bond yield has inverted, but crude oil price start to move up again, up to by 3% to top 107 per barrel, because Germany warns of potential rationing of the natural gas due to the dispute with Russia. Because Russia wants the EU to pay the energy, the gas by rubles. But of course, EU say, no way, we're not going to do this at all. So this is going to change. Right, we all know that the 5-year yield and 30-year yield now is inverted. Now the one they're looking now is going to be the 2-year yield and 10-year yield. So in short, it's all right. Whenever you see an inversion, it's going to be an indicator of potential recession. But it's not going to be immediate, I say. Recession is not like, wow, today you invert, tomorrow recession. It will take a while. Usually between 6 months, 9 months to the most 12 months, okay? So of course, this is still too early. All right, and because of that happening itself, right, some of the bank share got hit, okay? Some of the bank share got hit. And overall itself, right, but the market for March is still pretty positive. And now you can see now above 4,600 in S&P 500, market have now traded through most fundamental bonds of valuation. And for this rally to continue, we can see real actual positive events. So now this number 4,600 will be the pivotal point, and I mentioned this before to you, and it's now recognized again. So talk about news, let's look at much more detail, right? Kremlin says nothing promising from the Russia-Ukraine talk. Wait a minute. I thought that there was something right on Tuesday. There was some positiveness saying that everything's all good, right? But well, apparently they are now saying that there's more work to be done. To them is that, right, there's still a lot of stuff not resolved, okay? So at the time on Tuesday, they say that they are reducing the military activity. So that's the reason why the market boils up. But then after that, now on Wednesday, they say that no, we didn't say this, we didn't mean that. Again, the market pull off a little bit. So you can see now, right, they're doing the same thing again. They're going to go long the market, they tell you positive news, they go short the market, negative news. Yeah, it's something like that going on around. But of course now, because of this Ukraine thingy, the fertilizer prices are shooting up. Now, is fertilizer important? Very, very important, guys. You need this for all the crops, right? You need all this, you need that, okay? So apparently now, right, what is happening is, all right, smaller harvest looms from Argentina to Russia, Indonesia. Developing countries are bracing for the higher food costs. It's like a scary movie. So what happened is this: Joe Biden says that he expects the real food shortage due to the Ukraine war. Joe Biden, and he says that, right, this will because of the Russian invasion and the production cost. But to me, it's not right. This is really a bit of nonsensical. even though it's kind of true, because we all know that the problem really arrives because of inflation that is running away. And of course, this is what Biden says, that he will bring down inflation during his presidential election. But now, after becoming president, he realized that there's no way he can bring down this price. So what happened is they're gonna do something crazy like this, okay? All right. So this is not going to be fun. Things will get scary, and of course now we can see prices are going up very, very fast. All right. So Vladimir Putin says that he felt that his military leaders misled him about Ukraine. Now this is actually said by the White House. Not Putin himself say this. Okay. Okay. So again, this is declassified information. Now my point is that if this is going to be declassified, then why would it be at the start sharing this openly with people like us? So apparently, is that right? US managed to get some information about Russia, and this information shows that Russia, Vladimir Putin, is pretty pissed off with his own people. Now, my point is this: how the hell you get this information from unless you put someone very nearby? So apparently, right, neither the White House or Pentagon would say how the American intelligence agency knows about what is happening right now. All right, basically, right, it's very clear. They don't tell you. Okay. Now, apparently it says that because of this, they require top secret intelligence about Putin plan. Okay. All right. And of course, they're saying that, right, usually such information about this classifying thing, usually it's actually proven correct. So this is something that I'll leave it there. Okay. I'll leave it there. So to me, is that right? That I don't think this war will end so fast, at least for another 1 or 2 months. So you can see now the US sent 100 killer drones called the Switchblades to Ukraine. Now, this one, how does it look like? Okay, so first of all, when you say drone, means people are actually monitoring this, the actual movement itself from behind the computer. So which means that now you are talking about a killer machine that you don't need to fly there personally. That means to save a lot of lives of the pilots, yeah, the fighter jets pilot. So by doing that itself, right, you can see the drones are attached to the plane just before they reach this enemy area. And when it fires itself, right, you can see it really fire like like a wind blade like that. And you can see that this little thing here is going to hit the truck, and of course it will defunction the truck immediately itself. All right, you can see that, and each switchblade costs about $6,000 US, and it's good for one-time use. Of course, it's just a kamikaze type of thingy, right? And this is why US now is going to send 100 of them. So obviously by doing that, right, isn't that being part of the war? To me, it's actually the same thing, just that it's not physically there right now yet. Okay, so that is something to think about. Interesting, right? As usual, my MAO is always about very important and interesting stuff. Yeah, I'd like you guys to benefit from it. Okay, so some important market news for references. So because recession warning from Germany top economic advisors and Putin gas deadline nears. Now we all know that, right? Putin really wants tomorrow onwards, yeah, there'll be no more buying of the crude, gas from Russia using US dollar. Yes, from 1st of April, this will be implemented. All right, so that is whereby now the German chancellor is actually now very worried and says that, right, this will cause a big problem, and that's the reason why DAX yesterday came off. And Christine Lagarde from ECB says that this will pose a significant risk to growth. So Germany should immediately do everything possible to take precautions against the suspension of the Russian energy supply. Now, with current situation right now, it's very clear Putin will likely activate and do what he meant. All right, to basically, because Putin says already, unfriendly nation will have to pay for natural gas in rubles. All right, and this actually will likely push up the Russian currency, which is what they want. But of course, we're talking about Western nation like Germany. They feel that will be a breach of contract and urge business to continue to pay in euro and US dollar. But this is not likely going to happen, yeah. So all these is going to create a lot of problems from tomorrow onwards. And now you understand why itself am I kind of like a bit worried for coming next 3 days, yeah. So Biden planning to tap on oil reserve again to control gas prices. So Biden already going to do that, release 1 million barrels of oil per day. Now, 1 million is actually not a lot. 1 million is about 1%. 1%. It has done it before the crude oil price did come off. Let me just show to you in case you didn't know about this. Let me show you now. Okay, so take a look what happened. Now, when Biden actually released the oil reserve back then, this is where the crude oil price came down. So it was like from like $80, it came down all the way to $64. Now that was pretty decent and that was pretty good. But after that, you can see that the crude oil price recover, and within about the same period, the crude oil price goes back above 80. And after that, we saw 80 go to 90, 90 go to 100, 100 now go to 126 around that. Do you see my point? So what is here is going to be the same. So I suspect that now crude oil will go down first a little bit more, yeah, because I said once again that it shows that there is some resistance here, all right, some resistance, and of course, as a trader, like most likely itself, right, the market has really exhausted itself, so there will be another technical point to watch out for, is 94. So if Joe Biden really released more oil, I suspect that crude oil may come down to $94. Yes, crude oil may come down to $94. So of course, straight away, immediately, some of you say, then how about Occidental Petroleum, right? It will come off also. Yes, but if it comes off to $54 or $52 for Occidental Petroleum, that will be the very, very, very good price to buy into that. Okay? All right, so get an idea now if this Biden is going to do that. But after a while later, after the thing has finished, the crude oil will likely recover, and this time around it's going to go up again, and this time will be $138. This is all the spot market, yeah, spot. So got it. Go come down first, expected, find a base, then push it up again, and this time around we might see $138. Okay, all clear? All right, good. So that's the reason why this morning, now we can see that oil price fell by 3%. So yesterday up by 3%, today fell by 3%. Okay, and why? Because of the release of the oil. Okay, Zach, good to see you. It's fine, no worry, you can watch the replay immediately, yeah? Now you can actually catch what I said earlier as well by keying, just go back to the start and then watch and hear me out, okay? Yeah. All right, so you can see now the price of crude oil price. This is what I get it for you. Earlier was even higher at 102. Now it's at 100 already, yeah? And apparently it's coming down. Now, of course, some small investors are buying into Bitcoin. The open interest data shows that there are small investors like retailers are jumping into Bitcoin. The whales did not come in. The whales came in a long time ago already. So now, again, the same thing happened. The retailers are joining into the market. And now this Bitcoin is now trading at 47,000. Now, I tell you guys, my opinion is that 47,000 should be the base for, the resistance for Bitcoin, yeah? All right, 47,000 should be the resistance. But of course, some people say that you go to 50,000, 60,000. To me, it's like every time you say this, I just look at you lah. Not now. I say not now. All right, now this is going to be very interesting. According to some news, okay, some people who actually summarizes, oh my goodness, MicroStrategy have 125,000 pieces of Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Tesla have 43,000, Terra have 30,000, Marathon Digital 8,000, Square 8,000. Okay, this is from the BTC treasuries. Now, why about Bitcoin? Yeah, seriously, imagine if, let's say now, this company called MicroStrategy, I did a simple math for them. At 125,000 multiplied at 47,000 US dollar, that's really almost $7 to $8 billion of, wow, it's really important. Don't know how much money have they tried to leverage on this. It's very scary though. All right, so now we're going to go into alternate market news, and this is where we get a very interesting, and that is where I know most of you like it. Let's go. Now, the thing is this, let me explain to you the yield curve and the inversion of it is very, very important, okay? Now, take a look. Every time when there is the yield curve goes down and goes below zero, and this way inverted, after a while later, you will have your recession denoted by the gray area. And of course, after that, this is where the monetary policy get easy. And then, of course, that's where the stock market goes up. Okay, got the idea now? Okay, so it happened again in 2020, where it inverted first, took a while, then the yield, the recession came in. So it happened again back in 06 and in 08. Yes, indeed, it happened again. All right, so it has been happening on a very regular basis. So today we are now very nearby towards this inverted yield curve. And of course, when this actually happens, there will be an expectation of a few months before we may even see a recession. So that's the reason why this thing is that it's not only to read one way, there's another way to read it. Okay, there's two ways to read this thing, yeah? Okay, with this understanding now, you can see that at the moment now, a lot of people are saying this is very clear cut. The 2 years and the 10 years curve is the most mentioned, most studied, and the most accurate predictor of recession the market has to offer. So when they are actually opening up the sell, right, you get your inverted. That means that no one really wants to buy into long term. Everybody will go short term, and that will add on a lot of pressure on 10-year deal. Okay, got it? Okay. So you can see now, right? But then again, things have proven that usually the market will need about 12 months for it to see a market peak. So which means that the peak is not now. The market peak will be 1 month, 12 months later. Now I disagree with this. This is because now we have a very low interest rate environment. Now the previous time we saw the interest rate environment at high, so it's affordable for them to take some time and then get the stocks up. But when you are having a very classic inversion itself, right? Then it is very good chance that you might get hit. So please make sure that you are you have something to remind you, like like the jade or your bracelet, everything, things like that. Yeah? So you can see now we go back to 1929. 1929 is one of the crises in America. So you can see in 1929, from 1928 itself to 1929, there is actually a very big slope down, and that was the same thing as well. The 2 year and the 10 years actually inverted. So 1929, you should know it's a very bad time, but let's take a look at the market. You can see that the market did not go down, but it went up instead, and this time around, they sold off, there was the 83 gold bars was traded, okay, by this company, the one that we're talking about. Yeah, indeed. All right, this is actually very scary, so imagine that, okay? All right, so basically, the market shows that evidently, whenever there's such this crunch stuff, the stock market actually goes up. So this is something that I picked up from internet itself to tell you that, right, based on the previous 4 times, there's a 2 and 10-year yield curve inverted. You notice that the S&P 500 actually rallied for another 17 months, gained 28.8%. So you can see very clearly that every time when there's an inversion itself, then about next 2 years, the return is still very possible. Now, I can't be sure whether he or she do the same thing for the rest. Now, even the thing is that if it's not, it's not right to look at the whole picture, yeah? Now, if you notice that after that, that was where the recession comes in and we get hit. So that's the reason why, yeah? Yeah, that's inverted, yes, correct. Yeah, okay, so this is the reason why I'm basically telling you that why the stock market is going up, because historically, this has been repeating, whereby when it inverted, right, it doesn't have immediate impact. There'll be some initial panic, but it's not going to be the turning point yet. But I believe it's near the corner. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Karin. Yeah, inverted yesterday. So now, because of this, you can see now, right, the reason biggest is because now there is expectation of more rate hikes in the coming this year. From initial of 4 become 5, 5 because of 6, and now there's a chance of seeing even 9 rate hikes by this year. Oh my goodness, I don't know how on earth when this happened. It's going to be so dangerous, and I don't know what to do. And of course, because of that, in 2023, 2024 now, they're looking at rate cuts. So that means that the market are already telling you that they expect hyperinflation to come in. There'll be no jobs. You have to do whatever you need to do, and everybody tighten their belt a little bit, because after that, right, things can get a little bit dangerous. All right, so this is what's happening right now, and this is the reason why I believe that, right, we are just very near to a market peak soon. Okay, and then after that, we will know what to do, make some money from the short selling, and at the low end itself, right, buy as much as you can, because that time the price will be very cheap. Okay, got it? So it's a strategy that we are looking to do the next 2 days, yeah, or next 3 days, depending on time. All right, so now I ask you, right, which couple is very famous, right? This couple, Nancy Pelosi and Paul. Wow. Do you know that Nancy Pelosi itself, or Paul to be precise, their portfolio is amazing. Their portfolio is really amazing. right? They actually have a 25 call option about 2,500 shares expiring on the 18th of March. Oh my goodness, a $500 strike. Now obviously it's much higher, and they have made a lot of money from the market again. All right, so this is really what do you think? Okay, long or really seriously good? Now this style of trading is even better than Warren Buffett. So that's the reason why I say that I expressed my deepest question on this, or maybe he's just very lucky. Yeah. Okay, so now take our handphone and take picture. So apparently now, right, them are still buying Tesla, Alliance, American Express, Apple, PayPal, and Disney company. All right, now I want you to take note of that as well, right? This is going to be interesting. These are homework done by the boys. So the homework tell you about all these counters. Yeah, so if you really think that you are good and you're talent search, then go for it. Okay, now you can see that the biggest one is here, and that is Disney. The Disney holding shares about 500,000 shares to 1 million. But the thing is that for Disney itself, right? Let's take a look on Disney. 1st of March is where it came in and started. Okay. Some PowerPoint issue. Okay, hold on, there's some PowerPoint issue. Just a minute. Okay, let's try. Here we go. Okay, working now. Now you can see there, right? Tesla obviously has a great job. They bought in about this 22nd of March. That is somewhere around here, this area. And of course, now the stock price has shoot up, right? You can see that. So they made money again. Nancy Pelosi and husband made good money again. They must really be good, yeah? But at the same time, Disney are not doing that well. So of course, unless they took some profit here, because they bought also at the low end, but it's not as fantastic as Tesla. So, but then they bought the most of it. So I'm just telling you itself, right? Maybe if you follow their homework, you can make money from Tesla or make money from Walt Disney. Okay, all right. This is the two counters that I have observed that they bought quite a bit. Yeah, you can take a look again. Show it to you now. Okay, Walt Disney, 500,000 to 1 million. PayPal, okay. Apple also they bought a bit. Yeah, Apple also they bought a bit. American Express, now they were not fantastic. So Apple and Walt Disney. Okay, watch out for that. Okay, this is gonna be the big one. Okay. All right. So let's just look at the charts right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. All right. Let's look at the chart right now. Quick one, 10 minutes. Now, China market, I already tell you and warned you about China market, and I'm just gonna mince my word on this. I told you as long as the market cannot stay above the MA, right, there will be selling. Now, yesterday the market did close above the MA, so it looks good. But today, almost instantly now, it went below the OP and below the level, so it's gonna be a sell. So if you're gonna sell down again, I repeat, the support will be at 13,243. I repeated at least 10 times on this. So do take note of that, yeah, 13,243, okay? Okay, all right, so this one, take note of that, yeah? Let's look at the regional market. Now for regional market today, be very cautious to the wind. Today we have a May Day. Today is a doji directional day. Today, the Dow Jones is a doji directional day. Doji means that yesterday is doji. Yeah, you can see that, right? The body is very tight, less than 20% of the entire week. So now the thing is this, okay, the Dow Jones now have two directions. One, shoot up immediately and clear off this figure, 35,440, because that is the Dow Jones BMB extension. So yes, the day before was day number 1. This is day number 2. And this is day number 3. But the thing is this, so now the Dow Jones is trading at 35,262. You need about 200 points more for it to cross this 35,440. Okay? Now, of course, if the market really go crazy and come down, then the low here itself is 34,125. Okay? So that's not too bad. So what's your pick? So how many of you think that it's going to go to 35440? All right, or 34125. Which one? Either 35440 or go to 34125. Okay, so Allison says 35440. Zach say 34125. Karin say consolidate. Okay. All right, how about the rest? Steven say 35440. Okay. How about the rest? What do you think? Which one will be 35440 or 34124? All right, Yo say 35440. Leslie also say 35440. Okay, cool. Now there's no right, no wrong answers. Yeah, we just want to have a consensus here. What's your view and what we're seeing in the market? Now for me is that I'm actually I'm divided because you can see now the market is just 2 days and today is the 3rd day. So logically by the 3rd day, the market should see 35,440. Yeah. So to me is that if the market stays above OP, I'll stick to the long side. Now today opening price is 35,244. So if the market stays above OP, by right it's a buy towards 35,440. Okay. But if the market goes down instead, then of course you go through the whole thing here to come down to 34,125. This Dennis has a different interesting view. Brian say 35440, Darren say what 34125, Louis say 34125, but Dennis one is 35440 touch first, then retrace. I think makes more sense. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, because you can see on the chart right now for Dow Jones, it's above it's slightly now below MLP, but MA200 and MA30 is supporting it. Yeah, so if the market comes down, they'll be buying. If the market goes up itself, right, there will be minimum inside. Okay, all right. Okay, NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ has went past the BMB the 3rd day, so it's a beautiful one. So now we are looking at what we are seeing is there's some form of resistance around this area as usual. The next number is 15,258, which the market has triggered twice the last 2 days. And once it triggered, the price comes down. It seems like there this 15,258, apparently this production team is alright, must be very careful. Yeah. All right. Now, of course, it's not on purpose, but maybe let's be careful. Okay, so for me, it's all right. If the market breaks below the MA200, which is 15,092, I will sell to bring it down to this point here, and that will be about 14,700. Okay. Okay, got it? Yeah. S&P 500, also the same thing, but S&P 500 got no BMB, so the pivot will be very critical, 4610. So if any time the market go below MLP and go below 4610, all right, then there will be some selling down all the way Yeah, and that's 45.11. All right, 45.11. Okay, all right, clear off. Hang Seng today's Omega, the opening price and the day high are the same, so that's why the Omega signal came in. Now Hang Seng may test the pivot 2 at 21,802 later. That means for 200 points later, it may test it. Okay, if the China market continue to sell off. But the upside is once it breaks the OP very easily, you go to 22,561 level very fast. Okay, so just take note of that. Yeah. Okay, I give you the two numbers already just to make sure you see if we can proper. Yeah. Now the Nikkei has pulled back this morning. Nikkei went up first, but is strongly rejected by the pivot 1 at 27,999. Let's look at the intraday movement to see better. Now, that's why the Nikkei this morning, very nice. It has returned from the KTR -1. The KSI jump came in very clear, and the market just shoot all the way up. Now, when it was here itself, right, you can see it's very KTR +3 already. So what should you tell? What do you think should happen, right? So the market really resisted it and then started to come down. So doctor says the main thing is just to say that, of course, at number 3, then we got number 1. You don't know number 1, how to number 2? It's a very deep one, but you can see what I mean. The market must go up first to get people sucked into the deal. Then the boys will dump it down to the retailer. And when the retailer giving up, they pump up the price again. And I've been doing this for the longest of time, yeah? Okay, all right. Now DEX, you can see on DEX chart right now, yesterday DEX plunged because of the issue there. So today, I suspect that it may also continue to go down a little bit more. So maybe you work first, then after that, a while then go back down again. It might happen, yeah? So the thing is this for me, for DEX itself, right, I still think that you'll go down to the MA 30 in the near term. Because I believe that the crude oil problem will hit many EU countries very badly. Okay, crude oil now is still coming down, and crude oil may do a single yellow. I told you that if the crude oil do come down, it's already come up to this point, and this is 91 .30, I think. Now, for it to come down all the way to $91 is going to be frightening because the whole world was expecting it to go up 200. To come down to $91 is very scary. But if I say it's, this is really worth it, then why not? Eh? Okay, let's look at gold. Now, gold has been sideways for the longest of time, and it's really no one expecting this to happen. But to me itself, we just have to wait. Okay, we just have to wait. Now, the potential of this thing is downside actually. Okay, so what happened is that this particular student, right, I mean, is having a dilemma to whether to hold on gold or don't hold on gold. And to me, it's all right. At the moment now, there's no reason to not to hold. Just leave it alone. Now, if the price go and fetch a pretty decent price and they need the money, then of course, obviously you just sell it. Yeah. Okay. So for me, is that for 1943.80 is the one that says everything. But you can take a look over here. So for gold itself, right, I suspect gold is going to come down to 1907 later on today. All right, it may go down further, but 1907 is good enough for me. Now, upside itself, maybe suddenly the war become crazy. It may surge all the way to 1943. But that is very low. Low chance. 1907, higher chance. Okay, let's look at silver. Silver is also suffering the same thing, all right, over-delivered in terms of throws. All right, so basically now you can see that the market here is 2618. And here is 2377. Now 2618 is a target bought, but I don't think it will happen. Most likely it's coming down. This now is below MA15 and below MLP. So what 2377 would be actually the target, and of course it's very near to the MAO. All right, I mean there's MA200. That's only a couple of cents away. Yeah, so that's why the market most likely will be drawn towards this $23.77 instead. Yeah, that's my personal take on this. Okay, last two before we end the session. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin is coming off a little bit because it's the same thing. It's a doji directional day. So what can go crazy is this, okay, if the market wants to really go for it. All right, you can actually do this, whereby if the market stays above MLP and pivot to 46,000, then you stay. But if the market stays lower than that, then you just go to the bigger one. Because I don't want to hold you back. But the thing is this, today is a doji directional day. That means that there's a very good chance we will see big movement on this doji. So it's either upside 300 and downside 400. Okay, that means that, right? That means that if it goes down, it will go down to MA200, which is 45,229. Okay. All right, so that is the Bitcoin. And last one will be Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is also having a doji directional day. So I suspect that Ethereum also will take some profit today. Once you break the MLP and break the pivot 2, it will likely come down to MA200, which is 3277. I think these are a better figure that I can see that will happen. Yep. Okay. Now, upside itself is still the same. You're going to look out for the about 35.52. Okay. All right, that will be all for today's MAO. Like I say once again, my view is this: I suspect the market may have 1 or 2 more days of upside maximum, then there will be profit taking already. And I'm very concerned of Russia because of the current situation in there versus the ruble that they wanted to be done. So that means energy prices might go into a crazy movement tomorrow onwards. All right, and of course, last but not least, if you're going to join us for this coming Saturday, Sunday class, contact Richard. Right, that will be all for today. Thank you very much. I will see you guys again for tomorrow. MAO live once again. Right, this is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.